Так. Продолжим наши увлекательные приключения. Мы добрались до Ирландии. Кажется, Ирландия. Да, Ирландия. Так, наверное, игра... Блин, здесь такой звук, что непонятно, громковато оно или нет. Ну, потом выясним. Так, ну-ка поговори подольше.
I took hold of the grating and pulled hard, but it didn't move. The drain was covered with an iron grating, through which I could hear the rush and surge of running water. The lad was doing his best to express his adolescent aggression. His effort was somewhat diminished by the fringe of milk on his lightly feathered upper lip. Hi there.
What?
What's your name, kid?
Who are you calling kid? Who the hell are you?
Так, один момент, я сейчас... Интересно, эта штука у меня здесь прилепится? Прилепилась. Теперь смогу видеть все настройки YouTube разом. Классно. Так.
I'm George Stobart, and I'm with the good guys.
You're a head case, mister. A few sandwiches short of the picnic.
Cut the crap.
А, ну да, у меня же есть еще одна нововведенница.
What are you doing hanging around the bar, McGuire?
Смотрите, что мы умеем.
From me dad.
Why?
Поник.
Did you do something bad?
I ain't done nothing, boss.
You can tell me, kid. Is it your dad?
Oh, sir. He drinks every last penny down his evil throat. And there's me poor old mother, bedridden and dying of presumption. I tried to buy her medicine. Chopped firewood for Father Mahoney till me fingers fled. The old skinflint cheated me too. But I took the pennies he gave me back home. Look, Ma, says I, see what your darling son has earned with his own sweat and blood. When suddenly, me dad appears and grabs the loot. I'm off to Dublin, heavy drinking, says he. Watch out till I get back. That's why I runned away.
Something in the grin on his face told me he wasn't being strictly truthful.
Да точно брешет.
Huckleberry Finn was a candidate for Altar Boy of the Year.
Ух, сколько нам навалили. Пум-пум-пум-пум-пум.
What can you tell me about the castle, McGuire?
What do you want to know?
Well, can I get inside?
No, it's locked up.
Does anyone live there?
No, only,
What?
oh, nothing.
Человек, который включил камеру, забыл выключить будильник. Так, что он сказал про замок?
You know something about the castle you're not telling me, don't you?
No,
What is it you're covering up? Is it something you're scared of?
I ain't scared of nothing.
Have you seen a guy dressed as a clown?
You're in Lochmarn. They all dress like clowns.
The man I'm looking for is a dangerous psychotic.
Jesus. It's just like that film I saw. It's this clown scene. And he's after this kid who saw him kill a guy. He tries to warn the sheriff, only no one believes him. Then, while he's in the tub,
Господи, какая
the
жесть.
clown cuts him up with a chainsaw.
My God, that doesn't sound suitable for a kid like you.
Who are you calling a kid? I'm 25.
Yeah, right. You're not a day over 14.
Oh no, it's 25 that I am. Married with a car and 3 kids. 10 kids if you count the wives.
Патологический
A man
лжец.
called Pegram.
Can you describe him like on the telly in the cop shows?
He's an English archaeologist.
I know the man you mean if he's the one.
Can you tell me where I'd find Pegram?
No, I can't, 'cause he's not here now. But if I sees him, I'll ask him.
Do you know what Pegram was doing in the castle?
Digging for buried treasure, jewels and gold and skeletons, like in the films.
Have you ever seen this man before?
What a slimy character. No, I never seed him.
Give me your hand.
Get lost.
Oh, come on. I just want to show you a little trick.
No way, mister. I don't do tricks. Father Mahoney told me I'd burn in hell if I did.
I just want to shake your hand, that's all.
Oh, all right.
Gotcha. Neat, huh?
Didn't feel a thing.
Опять брешь.
Do you recognize this matchbook, McGuire?
No, sir. I never seen it before in my life.
Take a look at this, McGuire.
It's an ID card. What of it?
Ever heard of Thomas Merlin or the Gruber Electronics Corporation?
No.
What does this tissue mean to you?
Nothing.
Have you ever seen anyone wearing one of these?
That belongs to the killer clown you're looking for.
That's right.
Can I have it?
Sorry. I'm keeping this as evidence.
You should have told the cops.
I did. They weren't interested. What does this tissue mean to you?
Nothing.
Так. Во время диалога это нельзя сделать.
Do you know anything about Pegram's dig?
He wouldn't let me anywhere near it. I offered to help, but he chased me off. I didn't want to see his smelly old hole anyhow.
I'll give you one last chance to tell me about the castle.
Oh, yeah? And what if I don't?
Then I'm taking you back to school.
Oh, there's a ghost. It's called the Phantom of Loch Man.
You're not telling me you believe in ghosts, are you?
Mister, I seen it with me very own eyes. Last Tuesday night, I went up to see what that dig was about. I just reached the top of the wall when I hears this awful noise.
What sort of noise?
Horrible snuffling and snorting, like O'Brien's pig, only worse. It was coming from inside the castle.
Did you find out what was making the noise in the castle?
No fear. I just sat there on the wall like Humpty Dumpty.
Humpty-Dumpty.
Cracked and greasy like an old dinner plate. The yard was full of shadows. I could have been hiding anything. I would have gone home, but my legs had lost their stuffing.
Did anyone from the village work at the dig?
Pegram bought some students and bums with him. He reckoned no one in Loch Man would know what to look for. The only local guy who worked for him was Sean Fitzgerald.
What does this Fitzgerald guy look like?
Big head, big ears, and face irons.
What?
You know, spectacles, glasses. He's blind as a bat without him.
Did you get to see the ghost?
Indeed I did. And a fearsome sight it is too. I sat on my arse, waited while the moon went down. Then out it comes from the shadows, all grey and tattered and hunched over like an old bent willow. Then I hears this spluttering and splashing and horrible laughter in the dark. I was so scared. Well, I fell off the bloody wall.
Привет, Денис. Я ждал, что ты зайдешь и оценишь. Ну, это не вебка, это все тот же телефон. Но я решился. Пока что. Ага. Игра тихая, значит, да? Давай. сделаем погромче. Просто в прошлый раз показалось, что она очень громкая. Поэтому я решил в этот раз тише сделать. Сейчас, по идее, должно быть и птичек слышно, и чувачков.
Have you ever seen anyone wearing one of these?
No.
See you later,
Вряд
kid.
ли. Спасибо, что
Okay,
сказал.
mister.
Блин, слушай, да, обрезается текст снизу, я что-то не обратил внимания. Ну-ка, история в
The
том,
lad was
что
doing his
игра...
best to express
Да-да-да-да,
his
спасибо.
adolescent
Я так увлекся
aggression.
вебкой, что
His effort was somewhat diminished
про
by
это
the
забыл.
fringe of milk on his lightly feathered upper lip.
Где игра у меня? Вот. Прикол в том, что у игры разрешение квадратное. Я его решил ее подрастянуть в этот раз. И я совершенно забыл, что текст у нее зарежется из-за этого. Ну ладно. Продолбано так продолбано. Не перезапускать же заново. Ну-ка, сейчас проверю.
Hey, McGuire.
What do you want to
Да,
know?
все окей. Короче, игра в очень странном
See you later,
разрешении,
kid.
она не
Okay,
скалируется.
mister.
Они ее перерисовали, причем апскейльнули, как будто бы нейросетями. Тут по отдельным элементам это видно. Причем кривой нейросетью. Часть графики оставили в том виде, в котором она и была. Вот она, вот мутный человечек чуть-чуть. Но из-за того, что они не переделали графику, она осталась вот в этом старом непонятном разрешении с ушами по бокам. И вот подрастянул и забыл об этом. Ну, забыл о самых. Пойдем дальше, посмотрим, что там. Так, это наверх. Спасибо, что сказал.
The farmer's craggy face was set in a mask of aesthetic appreciation. His feet were set in a pair of manure-caked boots. Hi, do you speak English?
Well, now, what if I was to say no? An implication of cognizance shrouded in denial. A pretty poser of a paradox indeed.
I gave him the look I'd perfected when I was 12 and was going to be the greatest hypnotist of all time. It was a killer.
Are you attempting to hypnotize me, or is it the constipation you're suffering?
I was a little out of practice. Have you seen Professor Pegram?
No, he's packed up and gone.
Do you happen to know where?
Back in England, I suppose.
What can you tell me about the castle?
Not much, I'm sorry to say. Most of its history is long forgotten. Ah, but if these old stones could only speak, what stories they'd tell. Stories to make your toes curl and your blood run cold. You know, this castle is said to be over 600 years old.
Who built the castle?
Mad Phelan, the first lord of Lochmarn. Well, I say lord, but actually he was little more than a village chieftain. He built his castle from the remains of the Templar preceptory.
Where was the site of the Templar preceptory?
Right here on Temple Hill. Phelan built right on top of the old
Какой
wall.
музон пошел.
Said that deep beneath these walls there's a Templar chapel.
Did Pegram discover the chapel?
I don't know. His workers were sworn to secrecy.
Do you mind if I climb up your haystack to get into the castle?
What? You'd break your stupid neck for sure. Do you think I'd stand by and see your brains dashed out?
I'd be very careful, and I promise not to sue.
You won't get the chance. Not while I'm here to stop you.
Good book?
A book? It's a passport to a world of fantasy and imagination.
Yeah, what's the title?
Creative Shelving for Beginners. The 1978 edition.
Шикарно.
What's so cool about home improvement?
There's nothing like it. The resinous autumnal aroma of seasoned wood, the rhythmic rasp of the clay. Ah, no wonder our Lord came to earth as the son of a humble carpenter. I bet he was a wizard with a chisel and a length or two before.
Surely the betrayal of Christ's adoptive family as humble artisans is a symbolic metaphor.
I don't know about that, but I know they were carpenters. Haven't you read the book?
Well, no. But I have seen the greatest story ever told, and I don't recall Jesus putting up any shelves. Do you recognize the man in this photograph?
No, but I wouldn't trust him. His eyes are too close together. He's not a friend of yours, is he?
Oh no, far from it. In fact, I believe it's the face of a killer.
Face
I
of
knew it.
killer.
Piggy eyes. Can't trust him.
Would you like to shake my hand?
What is this? I don't do that male bonding stuff.
What do you make of this tissue?
That's a sorry sight to wave about in public.
Oh, it's theatrical grease paint.
And that makes it all right, does it? I must remember that next time someone complains about the state of me handkerchief.
Does this false nose mean anything to you?
You're a circus clown.
No, but I got this from someone who disguised himself as a clown.
Is that a fact? Why did you do that now?
He's a psychotic killer. I think he may be connected with Peagram's disappearance. Does this tool mean anything to you?
No, it doesn't. Is it used on sheep?
No, it's for lifting the covers off drains.
Never. How?
Well, the end of the tool fits into the hole in the cover.
They'd slip out. Angles are wrong. You'd never do it.
I have. I did it in Paris.
О, так, у меня кое-чего нет на стриме, потому что... Да, она перекрывала текст. Так оставим тогда.
What do you make of this matchbook?
Seems ordinary enough to me.
Do you recognize the name on this card?
I can't read that little writing.
It says Thomas Merlin, Gruber Electronics.
Is that your name, Tommy Merlin?
No, but what a great stage name. It had what my high school hypnosis act had lacked, style and class. For a few seconds, I bathed in spotlights on a thundering tide of applause. Tommy Merlin, hypnotist.
Are you all right?
I'm fine, I just
Нет, он реально не
remembered
в порядке.
something.
Так,
I have to go now.
есть у нас тут что? Замотик.
The
Дверца.
gates were made of solid, age-blackened wood. Pushing with all my strength got me nowhere. They didn't budge. I really need to start working out.
Короче, надо залезть по стену, но для этого надо этого
On the
чувака
back of the
прогнать.
cart was a crazily stacked tower of hay bales, leaning precariously against the castle wall.
Знаете, что за этими воротами? Там козлик
Get away, you silly noodle! Can't you
мерзкий.
see the load's unstable?
Так. Ладно, пока пойдем отсюда. Сначала со всеми потрындим, потом будем разбираться с проблемами.
Hey, McGuire.
What do you want to know?
Так, где-то нам не добавилось.
See you
Ладно.
later, kid.
Okay, mister.
Кстати, а я могу эту штуку сюда использовать?
The
Плечами
worthless
разведет.
key was the obvious tool to use to open this trap door. It was specifically designed for a job like this. Unfortunately, there weren't any holes in the trap door.
А это что, по-твоему? Ну ладно. Пойдем бухать. Качает.
The guy with the fiddle seemed oblivious to everything except his playing. Meanwhile, everyone else in the bar seemed oblivious to him.
Вот тут вот товарищ чихает. Я помню этот его чих с первой PlayStation до сих пор. 30 лет прошло. Прикольно, что он чихает, у него рыбашка отъезжает. Давайте с ним первым поговорим. Сейчас. Давай.
I'd been taught not to judge people by their appearance or their clothes or the length of their hair. Nobody ever said anything about runny noses. Hi there, old-timer. What? Nasty cold you've got there. As soon as the words left my lips, I regretted them.
Is there such a thing as a cold which isn't nasty? I put the question to Father Mahoney. Father, says I, why were we born to suffer snot?
What did he say?
He said, it's my reward for being out all night like a sinner. Pious prig. Anyway, this is no ordinary cold. It's the hay fever.
Pollinosis?
Thank you. You're not a policeman, are you?
Excuse me?
Police? No. I'd know it if you were.
Can I buy you a beer?
Very kind, I'm sure. But I don't drink the stuff Leary sells.
What's wrong with it?
I've seen what it can do.
Can you tell me how to get into the castle?
Don't even think about it, me bucko. Lochmarn Castle is haunted.
That's what the kid outside told me, but I don't believe it.
Then you're a fool.
Какой говор.
Ghosts don't bother me. I still want to visit that castle.
You can't. It's not open to the public.
There's no one around to stop me, is there?
That's right. Nothing human, anyhow.
Have you ever seen the ghost?
To be sure. With me very own eyes.
Can you describe the ghost?
It was horrible. A wee stunted beast, long beak, straggly, flappy wings.
Are you sure it wasn't a wild animal? A rabbit or a skunk or something?
Skunk. In Lochmarn? That'll be the day. No, that was a ghost, to be sure.
I think I know what you saw on the castle wall.
I know what I saw.
I don't think so. It was the kid, McGuire.
What?
He was up on the wall last Tuesday night. He thought you were the Phantom of Lochmarn.
Oh!
I'm looking for Sean Fitzgerald. Have you seen him?
Never heard of him.
Don't you come from around here?
None of your business. I didn't ask where you come from, did I?
I'm from California.
That's your problem.
Из Калифорнии, это ваша проблема.
Do you know Pegram, the archaeologist?
That's the scrawny fellow who was poking around at the castle, isn't it? No, I don't know him.
Were you aware that Pegram was conducting an archaeological dig?
I don't meddle in other people's affairs. They don't interest me.
Do you know where I can find Pegram?
I told you, I never heard of him.
Do you recognize the man in this photograph?
Is that supposed to be you?
No, I don't have a scar on my face, and I'm not from the Middle East.
I can't tell without me glasses.
You could make use of this tissue.
Never use them. Those things are unhygienic.
What does this red nose mean to you?
I suppose you're collecting for charity.
No, I'm not. I want to know if you've seen someone wearing a nose like this.
No, I haven't.
Can you identify this tool?
No.
Hey, would you like to shake my... no, on second thought, forget it.
Ну, этот старик
What
вдарит,
does this
да.
matchbook mean to you?
Nothing. Go away and stop bothering me.
Take a look at this ID card.
Take a look. Oh, yes. Little plastic picture.
I don't suppose it means anything to you, does it?
No.
I'll see you later. The end of the bar was hinged, like the drawbridge on a medieval castle.
Интересное сравнение.
Hey, where do you think you're going?
Excuse me?
No customers behind the bar. Ever.
It was an electric glass washer. It looked even older than the barman.
Get out.
It was an electrical plug attached to the glass washer.
Get out.
Что взяли? Посудомойка. Я вот только не помню, как... Так, лишний коль, есть тонрик. И все на этом, да, пока что? Пока не будем звонить.
It was an electric pump operated by pushing a small lever. I was about to reach for the pump when I came to my senses. A rash move like that in a strange country with strange customs could be my last. It was a beer-stained piece of toweling.
Strange country, да?
The man's arm lay across the towel, preventing me from moving it. There was a vacant look on his cow-like face that said quite clearly, "Nobody home." His elbow rested on an obviously soggy piece of towel.
Так, надо полотенечко, значит,
Hi,
тащить.
my name's Stobart, George
Не
Stobart.
помню для чего.
Hello there, mister. What can I do for you?
А пареньку-то уже прям хорошо, судя по лицу.
Do you know Professor Pegram?
Do I know him? Do I know the good professor himself? No, I don't. I mean, I know who he is, but I don't know him to talk to.
Do you know anything about Pegram's excavation?
Only that he didn't have the right tools for the job. What he needed was shovels and a JCB.
Pegram was digging for historical remains, not coal.
Is that a fact? What the hell for?
It's the science of archaeology, Pat. Understanding how people
Opa.
used to live by what they've left behind. One day archaeologists might be digging up our remains.
Imagine that, Mr. O'Brien. I wonder what they'll find.
Well, it won't be arrowheads and beakers. Fast food cartons and flavored condoms, more likely.
А ты хорош, чего? Тебе тоже уже хорошо, правда?
Is it true that Pegram found a valuable gem?
What? First I heard of it.
Where have you been, Pat? That gem is the talk of every town from Lochmahon to Ballydoon.
Nobody told me. The lucky son. So that's why he scampered.
Did anyone from the village work at Pegram's dig?
I tried it myself, but that high and mighty history man called me incontinent. What a nerve. Hadn't I dug more holes than the rest of them put together?
Can you tell me anything about the castle on the hill?
Oh, I don't know much about anything. You should ask Mr. O'Brien here. He just joined up writing. Oh, would you be one of them history fellas yourself?
Да.
That's right, Professor Stobart, Miskatonic University.
You're an archaeologist, and you're asking us about the castle.
Excuse me, Mr. O'Brien. The gentleman was talking to me. How come you didn't leave with the others?
I didn't know they'd gone.
Oh, yes. Packed their spades and shovels and away they went.
Seems I missed all the excitement. Do you recognize the man in this photograph?
It's a handsome mug on that fella, to be sure. Is he a film star?
Don't be fooled. This is the face of a psychopathic killer.
No. Well, there's one in the eye for me and my men.
May I shake your hand?
No, you can't.
Well, how come?
Because I'll spill me beer if you do.
Does this security pass mean anything to you?
Well, no.
Do you recognize this matchbook?
No.
Are you sure you haven't seen this man?
It's the face of a therapeutic killer.
Oh, never mind. What does this false nose mean to you?
No, you're a clown.
No, not me.
Haha, you're a good one, aren't you? Did you hear that, Michael?
I hate clowns.
Listen to this fella. I hate clowns, says
Oi.
he. Isn't he just the funniest man you ever did see, Michael? He's not a clown, Doyle. He's not even remotely funny.
Thanks.
Шикарно, Бэтмен.
What do you make of this tool?
It's for lifting manhole covers.
That's right. I found it in Paris.
Well, you look at that. A French sewer key. Marvelous.
Bye for now. The guy sat in the corner as if he was a permanent fixture. Hello there. My name's George Stobart.
Pleased to meet you, I'm sure. I'm O'Brien. Can I help you?
Do you know Sean Fitzgerald?
Yes,
Bonjour.
I do. What you want with him?
I want to talk to him about working at the dig.
What makes you think he did?
The boy outside told me.
I can't imagine anyone employing Sean Fitzgerald on a dig. He wouldn't know a post hole from his elbow.
Do you know where I can find Pegram?
You're too late to meet that fella.
Is he dead?
Not that. But he's gone from the village. A sore point with our esteemed host, I might add.
Why is Pegram's departure upset the landlord?
He's lost a paying guest, that's why. More than that, there's the question of an unsettled bill. Poor Michael's seen red over the business, and I don't blame him.
Can you tell me more about the landlord?
Mick Leary? He's what you call a would-be sophisticate. The trouble is, his idea of sophistication extends as far as putting paper in the lavatory.
I never worked out why he did that. It's much too dark in there to read.
That's true. Have you ever run your hand over the back of the door? The graffiti is written in Braille.
Do you know where Pegram is gone?
I'm sorry, but I don't. He upped anchor in the dark and shipped out before the dark.
Why did he do that?
Who knows? A guilty conscience or a secret assignation. Whatever the reason, he'll not be missed in Lochmar. Maybe now the fuss about the gem has died down, we can get back to normal.
Камни.
What can you tell me about the gem which Pegram found?
Now there's a gem which should never have been taken. A man would have to be full of greed to covet that stone. What's your interest in the jewel? You're not a reporter, are you?
Oh no.
Thank the Lord for that.
What can you tell me about the castle, Mr. O'Brien?
It's a fine sight now, isn't it? Dates back to the 10th century, you know. Most of the existing building was added much later, of course.
Are the ruins open to the public?
Oh no, it's much too dangerous. Anyway, there's nothing of interest remaining.
Pegram thought otherwise, didn't he?
Ah, but it's not difficult to get them history boys excited, is it? Give them a bone to play with, and they're happy as puppies.
Опа.
Was it Pegram who dug up the tripod at the castle?
The same man, if he wasn't his twin brother. And can you guess what he did with the tripod?
He sent it to a museum in Paris. I've seen
Мы увидели в прошлый раз.
it. Have you heard of the Phantom?
More than that, I've seen it. And let me tell you, it's a dreadful spectacle.
So it's not just a local legend. There really is a Phantom of Lochmar.
Oh no, I was talking about the Phantom of the Opera.
Do you recognize the man in this photograph?
Nope, I've never seen him before.
What do you make of this tissue?
I guess that muck on it is grease paint.
Это
No fooling
умный.
you, Mr. O'Brien. Does this red nose suggest anything to you?
It's a clown's nose, isn't it? I haven't been to a circus since I was 10 years old. O'Donnelly and I walked all the way to Ballymore, 15 miles in our bare feet.
Does this tool mean anything to you?
I'd say it was for lifting manhole covers.
How come you know that?
I'm a man of the world, Mr. Stobart.
I'd like to shake you by the hand, Mr. O'Brien.
I'd rather not. You see, I happened to notice that vibrating buzzer in your palm.
Слишком умный чувак.
Does this matchbook mean anything to you?
И
Guy is
наблюдательный.
Middle Eastern, I'd say.
What can you tell me about this ID pass?
Gruber Electronics. I've never heard of it.
Мгм.
Goodbye for now. The guy with the fiddle seemed oblivious to everything except his playing. Meanwhile, everyone else in the bar seemed oblivious to him. He wasn't listening.
М.
I recognized the guy from McGuire's description. He was real twitchy.
Вот он наш физжрец.
Mr. Fitzgerald,
What?
I need to speak with you urgently.
What's the problem?
Can I get you another drink?
Oh, no, thank you. I shouldn't be drinking at all. I'm on tablets for my nerves. More than a pint and I'll pass out.
Пинта. Я вообще не представляю, как
Professor
пинту
Peagram's
выпить.
dig?
What gave you that
У
idea?
этого чувака
McGuire
ниточка
says you
какая-то.
You don't believe that damned hooligan, do you?
Why not?
His probation officer could tell you a tale or two.
Have you heard about the gem which Pegram found?
I heard a rumor, but you can't believe everything you hear or see, can you?
Where can I find Professor Pegram?
I heard he's gone fishing. I don't know where.
What can you tell me about the castle?
There's nothing there. Just an old ruin.
How old?
I really couldn't tell you.
Have you ever explored the castle yourself?
I used to play there sometimes, when I was a kid. Then one of the little ones fell off the wall, broke his head and died. We didn't go there anymore.
You haven't been up there recently?
No.
Do you recognize the man in this photograph?
No. At least I don't think so.
Look closely. He has a scar on his face.
No, I'm sure I don't know him.
What do you think this tool is used for?
Something to do with horses?
Wrong. It's for opening manhole covers.
Oh, really? Well, you learn something every day.
What does this red nose suggest to you?
Blood.
Why's that?
I used to bleed a lot when I was a kid. Every time there was a playground scrap, I'd end up with a bloody nose. I wouldn't have minded, but I wasn't even involved in the scraps.
What does this tissue suggest to you?
Nothing.
Shake my hand.
It's a trick, isn't it?
Damn it, you're right. I can't seem to fool anyone. Does this matchbook mean anything to you?
No.
Check out this pass.
Yeah. It's yours, is it?
Not exactly. Do you recognize the name?
Thomas Merlin? No. Never heard of him.
See you later.
Так. Тут сейчас какую-то ниточку положит. А можем ее взять?
It was a short piece of wire, twisted into a rough circle.
Ага. Так, ну-ка, давай сделай это еще раз. Оп.
Oh, no, you don't.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'd been taught not to judge people by their appearance or
Не
their
то нажал.
clothes or the length of their hair. Nobody ever said anything about runny noses. Hello again.
What?
Проволочка. Ой, блин,
I'll see you later.
промахнулся. See you later.
Hello again.
What?
What's that you're making?
It's a necklace, me bucko.
Oh, sure. Made out of steel wire?
That's right. A necklace for my pretty one. When my little lover feels it round her slender neck, she'll be mine. All mine.
Мы
If I
ничего.
was a woman, I wouldn't think much of a wire necklace.
It's not made for a woman. I've got my sights on tastier dishes than women. Flesh as smooth and tender as a maiden. Bones as soft and white as a newborn babe's. Rabbit, lad. That's what gets my juices flowing.
Это было неожиданно.
Ah, so you're making snares to trap rabbits.
That's right. Do you have a problem with that?
Damn right I do. Isn't it painful?
Only if I get me fingers caught.
I'm talking about the rabbits. Do they feel much pain?
You bet.
Did you ever see Fitzgerald at Peagram's Dig?
I never heard of either of them.
I'll see you later. The white whiskers on the bartender's flushed face were like garlands on a Christmas tree. The resemblance ended there. The top of his head was too slick and shiny to act as a perch for a Christmas angel.
Top of the morning to you.
I beg your pardon.
Well, that's what you Irish say, isn't it?
Do you want something? Or are you just flaunting your xenophobia?
Well, I was trying to be sociable.
Is it a room you're after?
That's not a bad idea. Do you have a vacancy?
I could, if you don't mind waiting until the last guest checks out.
No problem. When will that be?
When the undertaker comes to collect him.
Что?
Do you know Sean Fitzgerald very well?
I know him enough not to sell him more than 2 pints. He's like a kid when he gets a few beers inside him.
I'm not surprised. He's on medication. For his nerves.
There's nothing wrong with his nerves. He's just screwy.
Do you know a man called Peagram?
Indeed I do. Are you a friend of his, by any chance?
Друзья ли мы Пиграма? Нет.
Oh no. I'm just trying to track him down.
Me too. That son of a bitch should be locked away.
Did Peagram stay here?
That's right. In the best room in the house. That's the one with the bed.
Can I see Peagram's room?
It's been taken by one of the brothers from the reformatory. They come every year for spiritual refreshment.
That's a good one. Their idea of refreshment is a good full of stout.
I wouldn't want to disturb a man of God, especially not a big fella from the bad boys' home.
I don't blame you, Mick. That brother's got muscles like a muscle man. Have you served any, clowns recently?
No, you're the first today.
Seriously, I'm looking for a man dressed in a clown costume.
Would he be having a little white dog with a black patch over the eye?
I shouldn't think so. What can you tell me about the castle?
You're the second person to ask me that today. I don't know anything about the castle. It's only an old ruin anyway.
Who else was asking about the castle?
He said he was a reporter. He was asking about the little people. I could have told him a tale or two about the little people. He might have paid me to hear what he wanted me to say. Anyway, I chucked him out on his arse.
Good for you, Mick. That's the way to deal with journalists.
I'll try a glass of beer, please.
Is this your first pint of real ale?
Well, I guess so. What's real ale, anyhow?
Beer that's brewed from natural ingredients to traditional methods. It shouldn't be kept under pressure or refrigerated. And finally, it should have a good body and distinctive character.
In other words, it's flat and worn with bits in, and it makes you fall over.
Так. Пивкос.
Do you recognize this man?
No, I don't. What do you want with him?
I've got a score to settle.
I don't want any trouble in the bar, mister. If it's a fight you're looking for, see Father Mahoney.
A priest? A man of the cloth?
Sure. And he teaches the boys how to box at the youth club. According to Mahoney, it develops character. Isn't that right, Pat? Didn't he teach you the art of pugilism?
Dial. Sorry, Michael. I was miles away. What did you say?
Never mind.
Thanks.
Так.
The glass contained a dark liquid like molasses, with a creamy white froth on the top.
Так, я
The
выпил
glass was
все.
empty. Somehow, I'd managed to drink the thick, sweet brew. I felt strangely compelled to order another, even though my every instinct warned me against it.
Так, и что будет, если напиться?
I was about to reach for the pump when I came to my senses. A rash move like that in a strange country with strange customs could be my last. The glass was empty. Excuse me.
Yes, sir?
May I have another beer, please?
Certainly, sir. Same again?
Yeah, please. How is this stuff made?
That's the secret of the master brewer, sir. Each barrel is lovingly manhandled in time-honored fashion, suspended on skillfully tied ropes of the finest hemp, lowered into the cellar utilizing the forces of original gravity, like manna from heaven.
Так, второй стакан. Что будет, если его выпить?
Thanks.
Каждый раз, как я его
Glass
пью,
contained a dark liquid like molasses.
звучит маленький тренинг такой.
Creamy white froth
То
on
есть
the
что-то
top.
происходит.
Hey,
Hello there again, mister.
do you remember seeing Sean Fitzgerald at the dig?
Let me see now. I think me brain box needs a spot of lubrication.
Can I buy you a drink?
You most certainly can.
Give me a drink for my friend here.
Who, Doyle? Has he conned you into buying for him? Shame on you, Patrick. Same again.
Just a point this time, Michael.
1 pint of brown coming up.
Do you remember Sean Fitzgerald now?
I can picture the scene as if it was only last week. Come to think of it, it was only last week. Fitzgerald was there all right. Him and a bunch of students. He was speaking with the boss man.
Bye for now. Excuse me, Mr. O'Brien.
Hello there. What now?
Oh, nothing.
Hello.
Doyle told me you definitely worked at the dig.
You don't believe him, do you?
Patrick Doyle is a moron and a scoundrel.
Even so, he saw you talking to Pegram.
You can't prove that, mister.
Мгм.
See you later. Hello again.
What?
I'll
Не
see you later.
поговорить. Так.
Hey, McGuire,
What do you want to know?
are you sure Fitzgerald worked at the dig?
Oh, yes. It was him, all right. Would I tell a lie?
Well, he denies it.
I saw them together only last night.
I wish you'd told me that sooner. What were they doing?
Pegram gave Fitzy a box. He didn't look too happy about it.
I knew it. But how am I going to persuade him to part with it?
Break his fingers.
Nah, I couldn't do that.
I could.
Thanks for the offer, kid, but I'll try a more subtle approach.
Chinese burns?
Do you know where I could find Fitzgerald?
He's inside, but you won't get no sense out of him.
How come? Is he drunk?
He's like a frightened rabbit. A real bag of nerves. Find the fella's scared of his own shadow.
What's Fitzgerald scared of?
Everything and everyone.
So I shouldn't have any trouble getting him to talk.
He's a pushover. But don't scare him too much. Try the soft touch. Butter him up a bit.
I heard that Pegram had found a legendary gem.
That's right. It's been the talk of Lochman all week.
You haven't seen the gem, have you?
Hell no. I reckon Pegram made off with it. If I was him, I'd go to Amsterdam, chop it up and sell it. He could be living the life of Riley instead of digging holes.
Digging holes.
See you later, kid.
Okay, mister.
Так, значит, мне надо заполучить вот эту коробочку, да? Она никак не наводится, кстати. Видите?
Hello.
McGuire says he saw you working at the dig. What's more, he saw you talking with Pegram.
I knew this would happen. I knew I'd get caught. Just my luck. Grasped up by a delinquent and a dimwit.
I need to talk to Professor Pegram, if he's still alive.
What do you mean? Is he in danger?
Yeah, you too, if I'm right.
You're not from the Social Security.
Hell no. What makes you think that?
Well, I was claiming benefits at the same time I was working for Pegram.
I'm not in a position to make judgments, Sean. That's between you and your conscience. All I want is to talk to Pegram about the gem.
But he's not here.
I know that. But he left that package with you, didn't he? So where did Pegram go?
I don't know. I swear it. He came to see me early this morning. Said he was leaving. He asked me to give this package to a guy called Marquet.
Show me what's in the package, Sean.
I can't do that.
Why not?
Так,
I promised the professor.
So what? You didn't have any qualms about your benefit scam. So where's the harm in taking a peek inside Pegram's package?
You don't know these people. I can't. I don't dare.
This is your last chance to show me the package, Fitzgerald. I've been patient with you, but now it's time to kick ass.
But he'll kill me.
Who will?
Man from Paris. Jack Marquet. Pegram told me if I gave him the package unopened, I'd hear no more about it. But if I double-crossed Marquet, I'd be dead.
I'll deal with Jacques Marquet. Give the package to me.
No, why should I trust you? I don't know who to trust anymore. I
Так.
wish I'd never even heard of the Lochmarn gem.
В смысле? Ситуация.
Hey, I just seen a big red.
Get out of here, Maguire. Come back when you're old enough. What's the lad howling about?
A big red sports car. Sean Fitzgerald's been runned over.
Get out! Noisy little tyke. Maybe you should send out some medicinal brandy, Michael.
Oh, yes. And who's going to pay for it?
Not me.
Me too, neither.
Произошла ситуация. Пацан, видимо, отъехал.
I was telling the truth about Fitzy, mister.
Okay, calm down. Now tell me what happened.
I was standing here, minding my own business, when I saw this beautiful red sports
Ой,
car
прошу
coming
прощения.
up over the hill.
Мультики. Какая жесть. Вообще этого не помню. Машинка, кстати, трехмерная. Может быть, это
He was dressed
добавленное
like a bloody
потом?
pixie.
Did this pixie have a scar on his cheek?
I couldn't see. He was wearing a stupid mask. Are you a special agent?
Sorry to disappoint you, kid, but I'm not.
Так,
Did Fitzgerald drop
события
anything in his
приняли
head?
неожиданно
I
наоборот.
didn't see. It all happened so fast.
Что классно в этой игре, что каждый раз, как ее перепроходишь, все время вот возникает вот это ощущение удивления. Что от реплик, что от событий и так далее. Она очень классно срежиссирована, классно написана. То есть они у тебя стираются, и потом это все равно как что-то новое, даже если ты что-то помнишь.
Have you ever seen this man before?
What a slimy character. No, I never seen him.
Так, значит, Пикси у нас грохнула
later,
чувачка.
Okay,
И
mister.
забрала рубильничек.
The plastic cover had been smashed by the pixie's car, revealing a switch. I pushed the switch down, but in doing so it snapped off in my hand.
Мгм.
It was impossible to return the switch to its original position.
Так, скорее всего, отрубилась либо посудомойка, либо кран, может быть так? Нет, это
Excuse me.
трындит.
Yes, sir?
М,
Do you recognize this man?
You already asked me that.
Does this tissue mean anything to you?
That's disgusting.
Uh-huh. I found it in the sewers.
Well, what's the idea of waving it around in my face? You're worse than old Ron. Put it away, man.
Does this false nose mean anything to you?
It's not Red Nose Day again, is it?
I don't know. But this is part of a clown's costume.
I know that. Good God Almighty. What do you take me for?
Here's something which might interest you.
Well, what is it?
My passport to the sewers of Paris.
Is that so? Did you see the snooker last night, Mr. O'Brien?
We haven't got a television, Michael.
I know that. Why is it, if you don't mind me asking?
If God had made us to watch television, we'd all be like Doyle.
I take it no one wants to hear about my underground escapades.
I'd rather drink my own beer.
Hey, bartender?
Landlord, if you don't mind.
Sorry. Shake my hand, why don't you?
Now, why should I do that? What have you got up your sleeve?
Nothing. Come on, just shake my hand.
Oh, not just now, mister. I have to be careful on account of the health restrictions.
Oh, jeez. Do you recognize this matchbook?
No, sir.
Do you recognize the name on this card?
No. Should I?
Nah, it was a long shot.
Так,
Thanks.
почему я ему про пацана не могу сказать?
Hello there again, mister.
What do you know about leprechauns, Doyle?
Leprechauns.
Почему эльфы? Почему
What you're talking
эльфы?
about? Oh, that
Лепреконы.
cousin of mine was wed to one.
Oh, come on. Do you really expect me to believe that?
It's the truth, I'm telling you. She fell asleep on a fairy ring, see? When she woke up, there he was. A little fella. All in green.
Tell me more about your cousin the leprechaun.
Oh, no.
Well, young Mary was speechless. Especially when the leprechaun up and spoke to her. Be my bride, me darling, says he, and she'll never want for riches again. Okay, says she, and he slips a ring of daisies on her finger.
Amen.
So there you are, proof that the little people exist.
Well, that's no proof. All you have is her word for it.
Not so. The following spring, she had a little baby.
Did the leprechaun's promise come true?
What promise was that now?
That she'd never want for riches again.
Now, there's the strangest thing. She never did.
I thought you said she was claiming the social part.
Indeed, Mr. O'Brien, but there's riches and riches. She told me, Pat, she says, that little darling boy is all the riches in the world to me.
Bye for
Так.
now. Excuse me, Mr. O'Brien.
Hello there. What now?
The boy told me Fitzgerald was driven away in the car that hit him.
McGuire is always spinning wild yarns. I don't know where he gets them from. Television, I expect, or comics. If I was you, I'd take what he says with a generous pinch of salt.
Так, YouTube выдал какую-то ошибку. YouTube not resync enough video. Current bitrate. Что-то сломались. Так. Надо проверить. Походу у меня стрим лег. Нет, все работает. А почему ОБС говорит, что все не очень? Битрейт нормально, все окей. Ну ладно, давайте попробуем продолжить пока что.
McGuire's tale about the car sounds quite plausible to me. He says the driver was dressed like a leprechaun.
That boy has a head full of fluffy toys.
Goodbye for now. Hello again.
What?
Такие длинные паузы, пока анимация не
Aren't you concerned
доиграется.
about what
Это
happened,
странно.
Fitzgerald? No. I'll see you later.
Так, давайте попробуем позвонить.
Hello, Kula. J'écoute.
Nico?
Who is this?
It's me, George.
Oh, hello, George. Where are you?
Ты до сих
I'm
пор не
in Ireland.
выучила, да,
What's
мой
it
голос?
like there?
Kind of sleepy. Comatose, even.
Did you get to talk to Picaram?
I haven't found him yet. I figured I'd call you first. Are you okay?
Oh, sure I am. Don't worry about me, George. Any signs of our friend the clown?
You're kidding. You probably never even heard of Lochmarn.
И все, да? Окей.
Get out.
Так. Какова вероятность, что сломался насос? Давайте попробуем выпить.
Somehow, I'd managed to drink the thick, sweet brew. I felt strangely compelled to order another, even though my every instinct warned me against it. Excuse me.
Yes, sir?
Hey, how about another drink?
See him again?
Do you serve cocktails?
I'll serve anyone with manners. And money.
No, I'm serious. Have you considered turning McDevitt's into a cocktail bar? Cocktails are chic, cool, and popular with younger drinkers.
What? Kids in the bar? Can you imagine it? Pinball, pimples, and puke.
Right, I get the picture. I'll settle for a glass of stout.
I'm sorry, but the pump appears to be broken.
I can fix it for you.
I don't think so. This is a job for a professional electrician. Oh well, at least the glass washer is still working. It's not my idea, is it?
Так.
Thanks. Excuse me.
Yes, sir?
I don't want anything.
Just give me a shout when you do.
Так.
I couldn't see anything obviously wrong with the machine. I figured it must be the wiring.
Get out.
I could try to fix your glass washer.
Oh no, not unless you're a qualified electrician.
М,
Hey! Hello there again, mister. Oh, nothing really. Excuse me, Mr. O'Brien.
Hello there. What now?
Oh, nothing. The guy with the fiddle seemed oblivious to everything except his playing. Meanwhile, everyone else in the bar seemed oblivious to him.
Так, теперь надо разбираться с пониманием, что нам делать дальше. М,
He wasn't listening. Hello again.
Слушайте, а может быть полотенце надо забрать, когда этот поднимает руку.
What?
Сейчас попробуем.
I'll see you later.
Да, есть,
As the
сработало.
man raised his arm to drink, I snatched the towel away.
Полотняшика. Так. У меня есть полотняшечко. Для чего оно мне?
It was a rectangle of toweling printed with the words, Nagopaline stout builds body. No way. Excuse me.
Yes, sir?
May I borrow this towel?
Sure you can, on one condition.
What's that?
You keep it away from old Ron.
Who's Ron?
That's him in the corner, with the hygiene problem.
Thanks.
Угу. Интересно, что заявление о гигиене Рона дало нам еще одну ачивку.
Hello again.
What?
Could you use this towel?
I could, but it wouldn't be much use for anything else.
Hello again.
What?
Could you use this towel?
Мгм.
I
Повтор.
could, but it wouldn't be much use for anything else.
Так.
I'll see you later.
Что сделать? Этот чел пока сам башковитый. Я бы с таким
Excuse
выпил.
me, Mr. O'Brien.
Hello there. What now?
Does this towel mean anything to you?
Sure, it's one of Leary's towels. Are you planning on stealing it?
Just borrowing it, if you must know.
Угу.
Goodbye for now. The drain was covered with a grating. I tried to use the keys to lever up the grating, but that wasn't going to happen.
М.
I tried to flip the switch with the lifting key, but it was much too cumbersome for the job.
Так, значит, надо что-то мелкое, да? А если обмотать? Не сработает.
Hey, McGuire,
What do you want to know?
what do you make of this, kid?
Hey, that's one of Leary's towels. He'll skin you alive.
That old windbag doesn't scare me. Anyhow, I'm only borrowing it.
You're pretty cool, mister. For an old guy.
See you later, kid.
Okay, mister.
Так, а что нам надо сделать? Камень. У нас камень вылетел из руки, куда-то улетел. Почему я этого не помню?
It was a trap door in the sidewalk. I tugged at the trapdoor, but it was locked from the inside. The menu was limited. It read, "No food today." I didn't care. I'd lost my appetite somewhere over the Irish Sea. That is not a good idea.
Так. Мне надо попасть в подвал. Для того, чтобы попасть в подвал, мне надо пройти за стойку. Чтобы пройти за стойку... Что же надо сделать, чтобы пройти за стойку? Клади проволоку. Проволоку клади. Ну. Угу. Так.
I couldn't see anything obviously wrong with the machine. I figured it must be the wiring. It was an electrical plug attached to the glass washer.
Get out.
I could try to fix your glass washer.
Oh no, not unless you're a
У меня же
qualified electrician.
есть... У меня же есть карточка, чё я туплю? Так, дай. Пропуск, вот.
Excuse me.
Yes, sir?
It just so happens I'm an electrician. Check out my credentials.
Well, no. Isn't that marvelous? Here's a house bedeviled with faulty wiring of a wayward nature. Here's you, an electric man, with a little plastic card to prove it. I still want to see what you can do before I let you touch me beer pumps. You can make a start on the glass washer.
Так.
And when you finish that, will you take a look at the pumps?
Угу. И он не дает туда пройти дальше, да?
I used all my knowledge of electrical engineering to examine the plug. Seemed fine to me. It was an electrical plug attached to the glass washer. There was nothing physically wrong with the glass washer. I couldn't see anything obviously wrong with the machine. I figured it must be the wiring. Hello again.
What?
Так,
I'll
как
see
нам
you
ее
later.
починить? Что я могу сделать с посудомойкой?
Well,
Well, what?
are you going to fix this glass washer or not?
Есть проволочка, есть рубильник. Чтобы поднять рубильник, мне надо его чем-то схватить. Что это может быть?
Almost as if he'd sensed my intentions, the old derelict snatched the wire from the table. Hello again.
What?
Как мне заполучить его проволочку? Есть носовой платок.
You could make use of this tissue.
Never use them. Those things are unhygienic.
Could you use this towel?
I could, but it wouldn't be much use for anything else.
I'll see you later. Hey,
Hello there again, mister.
what do you think of this towel?
Now, there's a fine piece of cloth if ever I did see one. Such craft must surely come from linen cupboards and the Vatican itself.
I found it on the bar under your elbow.
I thought it looked familiar.
Так,
I was about to reach for the pump when I came to my senses. A rash move like that in a strange country with strange customs could be my last.
что у нас есть еще? Чем я могу починить штепсель? Ну что ты там еще раз говоришь?
I used all my knowledge of electrical engineering to examine the plug. Seemed fine to me. It was an electrical plug attached to the glass washer. I couldn't see anything obviously wrong with the machine. I figured it must be the wiring. There was nothing physically wrong with the glass washer.
Keep your hands to yourself, mister.
Hey, I only wanted to...
Can't. Hands up.
Так, я могу ее схватить, когда он чихает. О,
As soon
да.
as the old guy looked away, I grabbed this piece
Господи,
of wire.
тайминги, какой кошмар.
It was a short piece of wire, twisted into a rough circle. I replaced the fuse with a piece of wire. I knew it was
Заработало.
but I was desperate enough to disregard everything I knew about standard
Тарахтит.
safety precautions. Excuse me, Mr. Leary. I fixed your glass washer, no problem.
Bingo! And a blessing to all the saints. A free half pint to that man on the house. Now, could you take a look at the beer pumps?
Well, I guess so, but I'm not making any promises.
If you can't fix them, I'll have a riot on me hands.
The pumps are in the
Мгм.
cellar, right?
That's right. You'll find a flashlight down there somewhere.
Шикардосина. Пробрались.
What a dumb place to store a flashlight. A dark cellar. The only way I was going to find anything down there was to feel around.
Так,
The matchbook bore a pattern of swirling color and the words Club Alamat. I pushed the lever and heard the grating of metal, but nothing appeared to happen. My hand closed on a long metal rod. I pulled the lever and the bolt creaked back into place.
Так, это вот эта штука забирает. Все, понятно.
I pushed the lever and heard the grating of metal, but nothing appeared to happen.
Выходим. И еще раз выходим. Так, сейчас мне надо маленькую подсказочку сделать. Один момент, небольшая пауза. Дина, мы были с тобой на лекции? Так, I'm back. когда будет
I
свет.
lifted the trap door, and an overpowering smell of stale beer rose from the cellar below. I looked down on a stone-tiled floor, way too far to jump.
Опа.
Excuse me.
There was a nasty feeling in my guts I usually associated with light opera. It was Khan. What's the problem?
Did you see what happened here a few minutes ago?
What was that?
A man was involved in an unfortunate accident.
I didn't see anything.
What about the boy?
Well, he doesn't know anything either. The kid, well, you know how it is in these rural communities. Not enough genes to go round. I prayed McGuire had the sense to keep his mouth shut. Was the guy hurt bad?
He is being taken care of, but he thinks he dropped a small parcel. You
Parcel.
didn't happen to find it, did you?
If I had, I would have taken it to the police.
Of course. Thank you.
Какой криповый чувак. Ну тут даже я напрягся.
It wasn't my nerves that stopped me jumping. It was my damned legs. They wouldn't move. Hey, McGuire.
What do you want to know?
Мгм.
Have you ever seen this man before?
What a slimy character. No, I never seen him.
Ну пойдете,
See you later,
пойдемте в
Okay,
подвальчик.
mister.
Камешек.
Then I noticed a flash of light. Something sparkling beneath the open trap door. It was Peagram's gem, all right. A large, uncut blue stone. As I held it aloft, I realized the fascination it could command. I guess I was already under its spell.
Did you find it?
What?
Whatever you was looking for.
Yeah. Listen, McGuire. I want you to keep this to yourself.
No problemo. Just chuck us up a crate of lager.
No way. You're not old enough.
We can sell it and make some cash.
Forget it, kid. I couldn't betray Mr. Leary's trust.
I could, for sure. That old misery guts deserves it.
If you want to do me a favor, keep a lookout for that guy in the suit.
Okay. But it'll cost you a packet of chips.
Oh, and shout if you see that Ferrari.
Так, наварились барахлишком, полутали.
It was the barman's flashlight. It was a large blue gemstone. It was a bunch of cleaning materials. I looked among the cleaning materials, but saw nothing I could use. It was an empty carton which had once contained caustic soda.
Костык.
The carton was damp and soggy, useless. It was a rusty faucet. The faucet creaked, coughed, and spewed out a stream of rusty-colored water.
М. Помыть нельзя. Тоже. А?
I held the towel under the faucet and soaked it with water.
Так, мокрое полотенчико.
The towel was soaked through with water.
Зачем мне мокрое полотенчико?
I shut off the faucet as tight as I could, but it kept on dripping.
Не
I tried
отломать.
to pull the lever, but it wouldn't move with the trap door open. It was a calendar with a faded photograph of a prize-winning carp.
М.
It was a couple of paper sacks filled with trash. I searched the trash, but there was nothing useful there. Excuse me.
Yes, sir?
I found your flashlight.
So I see. You'd better keep hold of that until you fix the pumps.
Does this gem mean anything to you?
Phew. What a beauty. I bet you wish that was real, don't you?
May I borrow this towel?
You can keep it.
Thanks.
Надо как-то... Так, подожди, а внизу не было ничего с насосом связанного?
It was the lever which locked the trap door. I tried to pull the lever, but it wouldn't move with the trap door open. I was about to reach for the pump when I came to my senses. A rash move like that in a strange country with strange customs could be my last.
Как бы починить... Надо ли мне вообще чинить насос?
The drain was covered with a grating. I tried to use the keys to lever up the grating, but that wasn't going to happen. Hey, McGuire,
What do you want to know?
what do you think of my flashlight?
It's a torch. That's what we call it on this side of the Atlantic.
Want a closer look at the gem, McGuire?
No, I don't. Jewels is for girls. You better
Jewels.
avoid that, mister. What if the pixie comes back? You'll be in trouble then.
I don't believe in pixies. Underneath that costume is a psychotic killer.
Smart.
See you later, kid.
Okay, mister.
Так, здесь у меня есть что-нибудь? Нету ничего.
Hi, it's me again.
So I see. What now?
Do you think Pilgrim's disappearance is due to the curse?
Look at the facts. He dug up the gem. He disappeared. Bingo. It doesn't take a degree in mathematics to work that one out, does it? You don't have to be a smarty Pythagoras with a calculator.
I guess not.
Pilgrim has run off with the gem.
Did you happen to see a red sports car down on the road?
I caught a glimpse of a flash of red on the hill and heard the racket. Sure, it was an awful noise. A sports car, you say?
A Ferrari, to be exact.
A racing car. And what was it doing here? The poor fella must have been lost.
The driver of the Ferrari was involved in an accident.
Is that so?
Yeah, he knocked somebody down outside the bar.
What an idiot. How could a thing like that happen?
He was traveling too fast.
So fast, he ran right under the car?
I mean, the car was traveling too fast.
But you'd have thought the idiot could have heard it coming.
Maybe you know the guy who was hit by the Ferrari. His name is Sean Fitzgerald.
Oh, I know him all right. That's me nephew, the idiot responsible for the stacking of my hay cart. Was he killed by the car?
Oh no, but he has been abducted.
Well, that's a relief now.
Aren't you going to look for your nephew?
What for? From what you say, it's too late.
Well, you could report the matter to the police.
Better not. Besides, what could they do?
Well, they could mount a search.
They have only the one bicycle between them. In a question of superior acceleration, I put me money on the Ferrari.
I think you ought to know exactly what Sean has gotten himself into.
I'm not sure I want to know.
But you're his uncle, his own flesh and blood.
You're right, but what can I do? If I'm not here to guard it, some idiot might try to climb the haystack. What a moral dilemma. Stay here and guard this potentially lethal agricultural construction, or to go off in search of the prodigal nephew, the very man responsible for said hazard? It'll need some thinking about.
Why, there's no problem.
You're right. Why didn't I think of it before? We'll demolish the haystack.
You don't have to demolish the haystack to go look for Sean. I'll stay here in your place and warn anyone who's silly enough to climb it.
Marvelous! I think I should start me inquiries in the bar.
Так, уболтали второго. Гляньте, у него даже
Strode off
тенька
in the
есть.
direction of McDevitt's bar, leaving me to contemplate the stack of hay.
Так. Конечно, я сразу полезу на него. А знаете, кто здесь будет сейчас? Здесь будет козлик. Тот самый козлик, который 30 лет назад
Stack of
попортил
hay
много
stopped
крови
short
нам.
of the top of the wall. Even if I stretched as far as I could, the wall was out of reach. What I needed was a slice or two of Alice's Wonderland.
Так, а залезть я туда не могу, да?
There was
Щель.
a narrow crack between two of the stones where the centuries-old mortar had crumbled away.
Тык.
I inserted the end of the lifting key in the mortarless crack and gave it a firm shove. It remained lodged in the wall, jutting out to form a step.
Полезли. Какая милая деталь, что он под его весом прогнулся. Здравствуй, козлина. Смотрите, оп. Боньк.
It was the fiercest, meanest-looking old goat I'd ever laid eyes upon.
Вот этот козел очень много крови
Hey,
попортил.
Billy. The animal fixed on me with an evil glare. Behind the malice and resentment, there was a cool intelligence.
How you doing, boy?
I felt as threatened as I'd been by the assassin and his goons in Paris.
Короче, когда игра вышла на PS1, не было еще никакого интернета, не было никаких игровых журналов, не было ничего. Мы на этом козле с другом чудовищно застряли. Мы не могли его пройти. Спросить о том, как его пройти, было не у кого. Потому что просто нету информации. То есть единственный, кто мог помочь нам в этом, это либо мы сами, разобравшись с загадкой, либо друг, у которого была консоль, у которого была эта игра. Таких у нас не было. А мы были не очень умненькими. Надо мной веселятся, что стрим надо назвать
It was
«Дедушкины
a
сказки».
rusted piece of iron, maybe part of a plow or something.
Так, он и туда не дает нам залезть, да? Вот мы сейчас здесь и застрянем. Как-то его надо было отвлечь, то ли заставить его намотаться на что-то. Не дает. Как же тебе пройти?
The goat's movements were restricted by a halter tied to a metal post. The goat's movements were restricted by a halter tied to a metal post. It was a rusted piece of iron, maybe part of a plow or something.
Не-не-не-не-не-не. Ну-ка. Если он меня боднет, можно схватить. Нет, нет, не дает. А если его отвлечь и пойти, например, сюда, никуда не дает. И здесь боднет, да? Ага. Так. Что же с ним можно сделать? Отвлечь его носиком? Нет. Как-то надо его вот здесь вот запутать. А вот как, я не помню. Угу. Блин, если здесь опять с таймингами история, то это, конечно, весело. Так, давайте-ка сходим в бар, посмотрим, может там у нас что изменилось.
On the back of the cart was a crazily stacked tower of hay bales, leaning precariously against the castle wall. The gates were made of solid, age-blackened wood. Pushing with all my strength got me nowhere. They didn't budge. I really need to start working out.
Hey, McGuire.
What do you want to know?
Так вот, зачем я намочил полотенце? Может быть, мне можно замкнуть здесь? Нет. если полотенчиком решетку понять?
I considered tying the towel to the grating, but it seemed pointless.
Мгм. А там нет ничего? Нет ничего, не дает. О, этот здесь. Сейчас будем смотреть.
The farmer was drinking and chatting with his pals as if nothing had happened. Maybe abduction had replaced cattle raiding as their national pastime.
Hello.
Hello there. Let me introduce you to my pals.
We've already met. I want you to know you have my sympathy.
Oh, it's just terrible, awful.
It's the worst news I heard all day.
It's top the bad news all right for this week and the next.
The whole year.
It's worse than that. It's the worst disaster in living memory.
Isn't it the biggest calamity in the history of the village?
I would say it's the biggest in the history of Ireland.
The most awesome disaster since mankind paddled out of the primal plot.
There's no beer.
What about Sean? Why aren't you out looking for him?
There's no point in launching an ill-equipped expedition to save the lad. In a life-or-death situation, preparation is essential. That's why I slipped in here.
For a point.
Is a glass of beer more important than a man's life?
Were you talking to me?
To all of you. Sean Fitzgerald is met with God knows what, and all you can do is drink.
Sean has gone for a ride in a flash car, that's all. Why don't you calm down and join us?
I gotta go. The towel had dried out and was barely damp.
Так, полотенце было едва влажным. Давайте-ка мы его намочим. Попробуем еще раз к
The
козлу
faucet
сходить.
creaked, coughed, and spewed out a stream of rusty-colored water. I held the towel under the faucet and soaked it with water.
Да, влажное полотенце.
Water trickled down the drain, but I couldn't see that I'd achieved anything.
Дернем.
I took hold of the grating and pulled hard, but it didn't move. The drain was covered with a grating. I took hold of the grating and pulled hard, but it didn't move. I considered tying the towel to the grating.
То есть я просто выжил полотенце туда, да? Супер.
It wasn't my nerves that stopped me jumping. It was my damned legs. They wouldn't move.
Пойдемте еще раз мочить. Интересно, водичка там будет течь? Да, течет. Игра помнит.
I held the towel under the faucet and soaked it with water.
Так, а что если...
I looked among the cleaning materials, but saw nothing I could use. The towel was soaked through with water.
Для чего мне может быть нужно мокрое полотенце? Решетку я выжимаю, решетку я не могу открыть. Мне надо починить кран. Кран нужно, чтобы починить кран, нужно сместить рубильник. Какова вероятность, что мне нужен какой-то предмет, который я вообще на другой локации не нашел?
I tugged the lifting key and found it was held quite securely. That is not a good idea. Maybe not. Hey, Billy. The goat responded with a cool and penetrating stare.
Что я могу сделать?
Hey, Billy. The goat responded with a cool and penetrating stare.
Без вариантов.
The towel had dried out and was barely
Успел
damp.
высохнуть. Сам себе злейший враг.
That is not a good idea.
Возможно, козел сам себе злейший враг. Что-то я весьма приличным образом туплю. И поэтому, возможно, нам нужен перерывчик. Нам нужен перерывчик. Да, давайте на этом остановимся. 2 часа уже посидели, поиграли. В следующий раз мы разберемся с этим козлом, козлиным, и продолжим игру. Может быть, опять с выебочкой. Это оказалось не так страшно. Да, на сегодня, наверное, все. В следующий раз разберемся с этим засранцем. Всем пока.